What's up, everyone? Today we'll be talking about how I analyze my opponent's games and prepare against them. So, the person we'll be preparing against today is Austin Tang. I'm going to be playing him in my next tournament, and yeah, let's just see. So, the first thing I would do is I go to metadatabase and I download their games. So, yeah. Um, so, let's download their games. What's up, guys? So, we're in chess base and now we have his game database here. So the first thing we're actually going to be doing is converting this to a CVH format. So that allows us to search his games a little bit easier. So now we can just go here, we hit players, and we can just type in his name. So this will be Tang Austin. As you can see, I have very good typing skills. So I will be playing black against him, so we have to prepare against white. Now here, um, so he has played one knight of three a few times. Um, but all these opponents have always been like much lower rated than him, and these games aren't very recent either. I know Yisheng, he's played a lot with Austin and me before, so this could have just been like some kind of preparation against only Yicheng. So I think we can, for the most part, ignore these knight of three games. So we can see that he's usually playing e4. So let's just look into that. Um, Now, there's a few different openings I could play, but um, I'm planning to play the Sicilian here because the Sicilian usually gives the best chances of creating a very dynamic position where black is able to have the best chances at getting a win. So, for example, the Roy Lopez or something with E5 is very solid, but um, if you really want to win and you don't want to draw, then C5 is the best move generally. So, he usually plays knight F3. I'm thinking of going the Najdorf this time. D6. Again, so you might play bishop c4, but these are just against like very lower rated tournaments, very low rated opponents. I don't think he will do this against me. So I think d4 is going to be his preference. Takes, knight f6, knight c3. So this is all Najdorf main line. Bishop to g5. Yeah, I did not know he would. He's played this before. Let me just look at these games. E6, f4, bishop e7, queen f3, knight bd7, queen c7, b5. Okay, so first of all, the first sign is that they played knight bd7 here, which is not considered a very good opening. Um, Again, bishop takes f6 is g takes f6 is also quite questionable. Yeah, this game overall looks pretty questionable. I don't think that's. And then this game he lost, so it's quite interesting. Oh, don't think bishop h4 is. Yeah, he might play bishop g5, but I just don't think it's. It's definitely not going to be his preference. He might do it, but okay. Actually, we should probably prepare for this just briefly. So he's going queen f3, h6, bishop h4. Okay, that makes sense. So those are some lines I will mark down. So I'm going to use a notepad, um, and then we're going to say um, Sicilian knight or 6, bishop g5, and then okay, so let's just say this game is interesting. So he does play the main line here, and then we can briefly look at this, but he hasn't really played it very often, so um, we'll just say it's briefly, and then a6, bishop e2. The main reason I was really looking at bishop g5 was because you can see bishop e2 the last time he played it was 2022, and then bishop g5 the last time was 2023. So um, really gives us some signs. Oh, that's funny. Look, he has his game against me. Oh, I think I like really screwed up in this game, if I remember correctly. So bishop e2 is what he's always played against me. e5, knight e3. He usually tends to play like the same thing on me every time. So like, even if he's changed his openings, he usually like plays similar stuff against me. So bishop e7 is definitely the main move. Castles and castle. King h1. I think b6. I think the idea of king h1 is if you try to go bishop e6, which is like standard Najdorf stuff, there's like some f4 ideas, and suddenly things aren't very good for black. So we try to develop the bishop on this diagonal instead. Also, you can't go b5 here because there's like some. Well, a4 is going to come up, so um, after a4, not right now because there's b4 and then this pawn's hidden. But once this pawn is defended, a4 and then this pawn will become a little bit of a target. So that's why our choice is b6 here. Um, you can see he's played this on me before. What is a4? Okay, so he low-key got smoked here. Either way, we'll make note of it. So 9 king h1, b6, 10 a4. Okay. And then there's the bishop e3 line. He's played this against me before like a couple of times. I think only one is in here, but he's definitely played it on me a few times. And I actually haven't like ever done well against this, I think. So there's a choice here. I can go knight bd7. Nothing here. For this general play. Okay, so bishop f8 feels wrong. I'd probably look at some knight moves here. Okay. Kind of looks like black is just getting strangled here. Oh, okay. Hold on. Something went wrong for Austin. Maybe some like I think the best option would have been put the bishop on like d1 or f1 and then play knight e2 and then get that knight away from there and then play f4 or something. That probably would have been better. But here black is doing okay. Yeah, I don't want to go for this because I think I think black got a pretty bad position. So a4, b4. Now we've had many games reach this exact position here, and I don't think I've ever actually done well against it. I'm pretty sure he's beaten me like almost every time we got it into the setup. So that means we can probably. So the point is that he expects me to play this, um, and I also think he will go for this line against me. Like 95% chance that he plays the exact same thing on me because he has won every single game, which means I have perfect opportunity to mix something up on a previous move, and I don't think he will know. Like I don't think he will prepare against it. So a very good opportunity to um, prepare against him and mix something up, grab the edge. Okay, so now I will look at my opening files and um, yeah, I will look at my opening files and figure out what I want to do against this. But essentially, this is how I dig deeply into his games. One more thing. So I also have my own games here, and MetaDB has given me a notification that he's also downloaded my games, which means I know he's preparing against me too. So let us um, let's look at our games and see what does he think I will do. So bishop e2, knight b3, castles, king h1. Whoa. So this is the only games that I've played in this line are actually going to be against him, which means I don't want to mix up anything until this point. But after this point, it's free game. I can mix up whatever I want, and I will have the upper ground. I think. So that's very good news for me. And yeah, I think he'll only prepare against b6. It's very likely. Okay, so anyways, now I'll look at my opening lines and yeah, I will figure out which line to play against him. Um, I don't want to leak my opening files, so um, I won't be doing that in this video. But stay tuned, and you can see what happened in the actual game in another video.